I'm here with Conrad Cheeks. He's an actor in our feature film, Mr. Advocate, and he plays the role of Mr. Harris, the school principal. So tell the people a little bit about Mr. Harris.
All right, I'll tell them a little bit without giving away too much, right? Because I want to make sure we don't give away any plot points. But Mr. Harris, he's a principal at a school, and he just really wants to stick to the standards that the school district has set, right? He enjoys being there, but he doesn't love being there because he's going through something right now. Maybe that was different a year ago, 2 years ago, but something happened to him and he's not his usual self. And now he's just making life difficult for everybody. Janitors, teacher assistants, kids. He doesn't care. Everybody's catching one.
Well, you did a fabulous, very believable job with
Oh,
him.
thank you. Thank you.
Like you played him too well. I'm looking at the edits, I get very annoyed. I'm serious. My body language changes. I'm frustrated with you.
Well, that's a good thing. That means I did my job.
Yes, yes. You delivered. You and I don't know which actor I least I mean which character I least like. If it's you or BZ's with the security guard, but
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
man.
you're the second least favorite of mine.
Yeah, BZ security guard, he was trying to upgrade in life. So I think I want to give away too much, but yeah, he was trying to better his life. So me as a audience member, so to speak, of the security guard, I would probably feel for him a little bit more. I don't know. You're like
I
no,
don't. I
you're
don't.
like no.
No, I feel like he knew what he was doing.
Okay, fair,
Um,
fair,
and
fair.
I guess Mr. Harris did too. So
Yes,
despite
yes.
what he still knew what he was doing. But how did you feel playing Mr. Harris, or what was your experience
Oh my
like on
gosh.
set, or just prepping
Yeah.
for it even?
Yeah. We'll touch on a few of those different things, but just being on set was an absolute pleasure. Like Stacey, I got to give you credit for just bringing together such a talented group of people, but also just keeping the set amazing and collaborative for people to do their thing, right, and just lock in and focus. So, I mean, there were just so many great moments on set, and it just felt good to be there. I was like, all right, I'm excited to show up, excited to do my thing. It probably doesn't look like that in all the behind the scene photos, like it looks like I'm having the worst time of my life, but that could not be like furthest from the actual truth, right? I was just locked in as the character and wanted to make sure that I brought the right emotional tone to the scene that I was getting ready to jump into. So you asked me about prep. I think the biggest thing I prepared, the biggest thing I did for my preparation to just get into character to make sure it was believable was flesh him out, make him as real as possible, and not judge him. Right. So I journal, kind of gave more of a backstory. I can't give it away right now because I feel like it would also give away the plot a little bit, but really like flesh all of that out and made him have a whole life and gives him a reason for why he is doing the things that he is doing, whether they're wrong or right. Um, you know, him as a character, he may not see it that way, but I have to make sure that I take care of him first and foremost, and make sure that he can just come on screen and just pop. So I feel like that was like the biggest thing I did during the preparation, just journaling, figuring out who this person was and how like his inner world worked.
Hmm. Okay, I like that. The
Yeah.
journaling of his backstory.
Yep.
Um, and also you said take care of him. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sounds
because like as for me as an actor, I don't want to approach the character and judge them for what they're doing, right? Like even if that's something I wouldn't do in my actual real life, I have to try to seek understanding for why they're doing what they're doing, right? Because everybody has a reason. Even in real life, most people have a reason for why they're doing what they're doing. Whether you agree with it or not, that's neither here nor there. So I think that's why I feel responsibility to take care of not only like playing Mr. Harris and bringing him to the screen, but just like any character that I play. Like I want to make sure I take care of them and then just give myself to this story and to the larger story I play.
Hmm. Well, you were very thoughtful in prep, obviously, and then also on set. Thoughtful, yes, you're a thoughtful person, but I mean
Yes.
thoughtful in that you were thinking deeply about the character.
Yes.
And so I remember times on set, people would be like, oh, there's Conrad. If we needed you or something, be like, no,
Yeah.
Conrad's over there. Don't talk to him. Like we could tell you were in your zone. No, like
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
trying
yeah. I know
to,
what you mean.
protect you because we're like, no, he needs his space. You see, he's by himself. Don't bother him. He's
Yeah.
good. You would just go outside or wherever
Yeah.
to stay in your character.
Yeah, and I would just lock in. I mean, it's something that I learned from like other actors, just watching interviews with like Meryl Streep and other people like that. And they talked about something they call the quiet corner. When they really feel like they need to lock into the character, lock into the emotional tone of what's about to happen, and they can't be distracted from that, so that once they get onto the camera, it is believable. There's no question about it. You don't question as an audience. You're fully engaged with the imagination. They just go off into their corner. They let everybody know. Like I did. I told you. I told pretty much everybody on set. Like, hey, like I'm not being rude. I gotta like focus so that I can give y'all 110% and give Mr. Harris and Mr. Advocate 110%. So that's what I did. And most of the time I was listening to music to help set me up for the next scene. So that's a lot of sound I was doing and just
Oh,
locking into that.
music, like what kind of music were you listening to?
Well, I mean, it depends. I think I had like two or three different playlists for like the different emotional arcs that Principal Harris was going through. One specifically, I was listening to like sad music, so I had Adele like on that playlist, and it was the scene where he's calling his therapist, right? Like
Mhm.
clearly he needs help. If you're calling the therapist in the middle of the day, something ain't right. And
Right.
so listening to Adele and other songs like that, like Sir John Radcorn, that song just helped put me into that mood of like, man, everything is 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 not going well for me. I'm in shambles. I need help. So that's what I was listening to.
Wow. So did you make the playlist specifically for this character
Yeah,
and his
definitely.
emotional arcs?
Yeah, 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 definitely.
What?
It's for the scenes that I really felt like I needed to like stay within a certain emotional space, right? Like going back to that scene in particular, I wanted I wanted the audience to really feel that he is struggling, but he's trying to maintain and keep this facade up. Like I'm in charge, I'm the principal, what I say goes. But like you can see in the moment, or at least how I felt playing the character, that like he doesn't have it together. So needed something to help me be in that spot so that I can sustain it throughout the entire take that we did, right? So I think that's what helped me get there. And he's talking to his therapist. He's really trying to get through his words and say, like, I need this now. I need to talk to you now.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah.
So then I'm just curious, after sets, any set or any
Yeah.
production that you do, how do you decompress or get back to Conrad? Like, is there a process that you as an actor go through?
I feel like not necessarily. I haven't done like method acting to the point where like I'm always in character while I'm on the set. Um So I haven't had to like figure out a process, but I think mentally after I'm done, it's like, all right, I'm excited that we got a chance to do this, that I got the opportunity to be there. So I started thinking about being grateful about
Mhm.
just the opportunity itself. And you saw me, I'm chatting with everybody and saying goodbye and all that stuff like that. Like, can't wait to see you till next time on the next set, right?
Mhm.
So I think I just kind of immediately just switched my gears into I'm back to me, that character. It was fun to play them. I'm happy that I got to bring them to life, but it's time to just get back to my actual life. And then yeah, that's just how I kind of put that aside and get back to everything.
Okay. Well, very good. I like truly enjoyed Mr. Harris.
Yeah.
He's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he was fun. He was fun to play. Like he was just oh my gosh. Like I think I had a lot of fun playing with the power dynamics,
Mm.
right? Of like him being in charge, being able to control things and manipulate things, right? Like trying to make his reality, his little kingdom, so to speak, bend to his will. I mean, it it kind of shows up a little bit in like one of the character types I feel like I want to play and keep showing to people on social media through my skits is like the that unwavering leader who might be a little ridiculous if it leans more comedy, as you can see in my skits. Like we got Sarge, who's always yelling and berating his soldiers and and all that stuff like that. And I've
Hmm.
got Father Time, who's also an authority figure as well. So that theme kind of runs through my like social media skits and different things like that. So it was fun to bring it in a more like even more grounded way, right? It wasn't about the comedy; it was about him being so serious about what he wants, and that might not be the person who he actually is and who has been in the past, but that's who he is now because of what he's been through. He's a completely different person.
Hmm. Yeah, he just did a lot of extra stuff. I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
that. Yeah, that you ad
oh
lib too. Like, thank you, because obviously, what's on the script, what I write, it can be elevated, and so I like it when actors just do that. And
yeah,
so there were many, many parts in the film where I saw that you ad lib, and it was excellent. And it was one part where you were sitting with the group of dads, and you said something like, "If they're." It may be a lot, well, for some of you, but
yeah, yeah.
you remember, like,
It was real shady. It was real shady.
yeah, all the time, saying little things. I'm like, okay, like, but it wasn't even necessary. It's like to the dads, like they don't care. Like, why are you talking to
Yeah.
them like that?
Yeah, yeah, they're just there for the kids. They genuinely want to be there to better the school, better the community, all the things. Like they just invested that. But Mr. Harris is just so stuck in what he's got going on that like that doesn't matter, and it comes out in like ugly ways, little asides like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm just thankful you were flexible. You said, hey, it's okay if you all want to do a little bit of ad libbing, just keep us on track. Don't go completely off the rails and change the scene up. But you allowed us that freedom, and I think that's important as well. I personally enjoy working in that style. And of course, certain things have to be said the way they need to be said, right? If you're doing a commercial or industrial and you need to say this thing because legally they can't say it any other way, that's different. But if you say, hey, you know the character and you trust this, I think it helps us as actors feel empowered to really like bring that character to life, and we just keep building that trust between each other as creatives.
Okay, cool. Are you interested in sharing with the people how you got into acting, or when you got into
Oh
acting, or?
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm definitely down to do that. So I got into acting. All right, actually before I answer that question,
Mm.
which one we want to do? We want to do the short version or the long version?
We have 15 minutes. You can do the
Oh,
long one.
we got 15 minutes. Okay, all right. I'll split the difference. We're gonna do the in the middle version. But I got into acting later in life, or at least I perceived it that way. Right, I didn't officially start acting until I want to say 2016, but I got bit by the acting bug probably way sooner than that. Probably at some point in my life, I didn't even recognize it because performance was always a through line in my life. Whether it was like spoken word in college and then doing Toastmasters, which is a public speaking group to help people improve their public speaking. So I was always, in front of audiences throughout uh throughout my life, especially in college. And then I took an improv for entrepreneurship class because I was a business major. And in my head, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Easy, quick elective. Let me get in and get out. Call it a day. We started doing the class. I was enjoying it. I was feeling like I was pretty good. And I was like, oh man, like, I think I might need to start acting. Like, I started, and this is senior year, right? So there's no time to pivot or, oh, let me go do a play right now. Let me go do this. There was no time for any of that. So I'm sitting like, all right, do I really have a shot to do this? And I think I asked my teacher and pulled him aside after class one day. I was like, hey, I really love this, and I think I want to keep acting after this class. He said, I don't say this to most people. I'm being very honest with you. I think you have what it takes. You got my full support. Then came out to San Francisco, kept taking classes, was at Studio ACT, took some more improv classes at Layla. And then after I had gotten to a point in Studio ACT classes, the teacher once again said, "Hey, you're not going to learn anything more in this class. Go do it. Go do a play. Go get your headshots. And I can't wait to see what you do." Right? Something to the effect of that. Then we just kept going. 10 years later, I've been really grateful to be a part of some very amazing productions, some theater, right, in the San Francisco Bay Area. Of course, be in films, do social media, work with different brands like Dove, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and just share my passion for storytelling and really passing on joy to people. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people feel good so that they can escape whatever they're going through, right? Because every now and then, we all need to escape from the reality that we're presently going through. And hopefully, that laughter is a cathartic release that can heal you and help you keep going. So, that's how I got into acting. It was really just messing around, thinking I was going to take an elective that was going to be easy. And then I'm like, okay, the joke's on me. I got to keep doing this.
So what was it about that improv for entrepreneurs class? Was it just something new? Was it fun? A
it would
challenge?
it was like it was fun. It was very freeing to just get in and play. And I felt like I was good at it. Right. So I
Hmm.
was like, oh, like not only is it fun, but I'm good at it. I think if I keep going, who knows what can happen, right? Like, of course, we all have dreams. Oh, one day I hope I'm holding that Oscar, right? Everybody has that dream as a as a person in the entertainment industry making films,
You never
and
know.
you never know. You never know what life is going to take you. You never know what life is going to take you. But I think it was just a lot of fun. It was just being able to create these worlds and characters and whatever just out of thin air. It was like, oh, this is a gift that we're all creating together and using together to build a story. So I think it was just the collaboration of it all, it being fun and being freeing, me feeling good at it, allowed me to just say, all right, I gotta rethink some postgraduate plans and figure out how to add acting to the mix.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I'm just curious if the business class improv for entrepreneurs, if that was to help entrepreneurs with presentation skills or like was that the idea?
Yeah, you're pretty much hitting it on the nose. The whole idea was that as an entrepreneur, you're going to be pitching your business or presentations. You're going to be networking. You're going to be talking to people. You're just going to be looking to make connections to get whatever you're trying to start to the next level. So why not learn the skill of just improvising? Because you're going to have to. And even a conversation is improv to a certain extent. You might have a general understanding of what you're there to do in the conversation. If you're going to order coffee, you know you're going to order coffee, but the barista might say something to you, might say, "Hey, I love your shirt." Right? Like I love that orange shirt that you're wearing, and then that makes your day, and like that changes the conversation. So that was the whole purpose, like just being ready and being nimble and flexible to be able to be the best entrepreneur you can be.
Hmm. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I think probably some of the people know that you are also a content creator.
Yeah.
Do you mentioned it a little bit. Do you want to talk about that some?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. I guess what do you want what do you want to know?
Well, because it's not it not well, you do act. I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
acting, but it is kind of as a
Yeah.
content creator. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just I'm maybe assuming that you went into that because it's like an extension of your acting. Maybe is
Yeah.
to create play these different characters.
Yeah. 100%. I went into it as an extension of acting, but also just to like get out my ideas, right? Like different skits or sketches that I had in my head, and just to like exercise that creative muscle. And then on top of it, I also wanted to be able to show, like at the time when I started in 2021, backing up a little bit, um, I was going into that year saying I want to get representation, and I was like, okay, they don't really know me. I've got some, so I got some credits. I've done some films. I have a strong theater background, but like besides that, they don't know who Conrad is, right? So I said maybe if I try to share my skills, share my imagination, and also just make people laugh, and grow a following a little bit, maybe that matters to get representation. Um, and I got representation. I don't know if it was because of that. I don't think so. I would like to think it's because I am a skilled actor. but but yeah, so I feel like it allows me to do a couple of things. Show off what I can do, play characters that maybe people don't see me as initially when they just look at me. They may say, "Oh yeah, you could play the, you could easily play this character and that character," but I want to show them something a little bit different. And it also allows me just to make people laugh and then share my other interests like travel, right? So I've been doing a lot of that more, sharing my perspective on it. So it's just been a great medium, man. Acting definitely impacts it helps me create those characters that I do in my skits, right? Like I know, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna write this character this way, deliver the line that way. So it just allows me to have a lot of fun with all that stuff.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Well, back to Mr. Advocate.
Okay. Switching gears, yeah.
Yeah, just a quick question about like working with other actors in
Yeah.
terms of sometimes you're working the scene will just have you and another actor.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will have you and a group. And in one of the scenes, we had a very large group.
Yeah.
So how I asked this to Raphael too the other day. How do you maintain your individuality in those larger group scenes?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think the best way that I do it is I'm just sticking to my character and like what I've like built out his whole inner world. But then at the same time, I'm going to remain open to what the other actors are doing and throwing into the scene. Because if I'm not reacting to it, then it doesn't look believable, right? So I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like I'm going to stick to what I know the character is. So like Mr. Harrison, like, yep, I know he's going through it right before this scene. I got the timeline like written down and I can refer to it and say, okay, great. He just left the office from trying to call his therapist. So he's probably not going to be feeling the best. He might be a little irritable, right? Like he's in a raw, vulnerable state. And if he has to go deal with something, how might that impact the way he deals with it? And then I'm just open to whatever everybody else throws in. Like I want to stay flexible so that it feels real.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Thank you for sharing. So you also have, so our film will be screening at the Braidmaker Film Festival,
Yep.
July
Yep.
11th.
Let's
And
go.
you're also going to be in another film at Braidmaker. Can you
Yeah.
tell us about that?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about that. So
Yes.
the other film that, well, first of all, I'm just grateful that I'm in two films that are gonna be at Brave Maker. Brave Maker is literally one of the best, if not the best, film festivals I've ever been to personally. Right, like the community that you walk into is so welcoming, so warm. I mean, that's why I met you, right? Like,
Yeah.
and the rest is history. But so thankful for that. So shout out to Brave Maker, shout out to Tony, shout out to everybody, shout out to you as well. And the other film that I'm in is called Dawn.
I'll put it in the caption
Okay,
that
cool.
we'll be
Yeah.
screening there, and so people
Yes.
can be sure to check it out.
Yeah, but two completely different characters though, right? Like Mr. Harrison, the character I play in Mr. Advocate, and then the character that I play in Dawn, his name is Kamari. He really wants love. And I think that's something that is relatable for everybody, right? Shoot, even Mr. Harris
Yeah.
wanted love as well. Like let's be real, right?
Yes.
So it's fun to play such different characters because that's the career that I hopefully, once it's all said and done and I have returned to to Mother Earth, that like hopefully people can look back on and say, wow, like this guy was playing a lot of different characters. Like he really gave himself over to that specific person and brought his imagination to it. And you could see him dissolve into it. Right. Like I try most of the time for people not to see too much of Conrad in the character, unless for whatever reason I feel like, oh, this is kind of just me, but just like slightly different or slightly tweaked. So yeah, I don't even know the answer to your question. I don't even know how I got
No,
there.
you answered it. You answered it. Yeah. Well, I hope this film, Mr. Advocate, will have an impact because
Yes.
the we have Rodney on the line here.
Hey, what's up, Rodney?
Yes, he plays the teacher in the film. But
Yes,
yeah, I hope it has an impact just with the discussions about AI in schools.
100%.
Yep. And this film is not saying AI should be in schools, but it's opening the conversation that, school districts, let's discuss this technology that's here and see how we can best benefit our students. So, and also there are all black male educators in this film, except for
Yes.
the only woman is the superintendent. So that was intentional as well. So yeah, we'll see.
And Stacey, if you don't mind me throwing a question to you, like what was obviously I know, but I want, everybody else to know as well. What was some of the reasoning behind that choice? Because it was a very intentional decision you made.
Hmm. Yeah, well, also, I don't know if you know this part, but when I wrote this, well, it was another script when I started writing it, and I had
Okay.
a woman teacher. It was too personal. Um,
Ah, got it.
so I was like, I need distance from this character because I am a former teacher, for those of you who don't know. So it was, yeah, too emotional.
That's
So
fair.
I needed to put a male character to kind of create distance to allow me to keep writing.
Hmm.
So then with this one, I figured, let me just make this one male because that'll be easy,
Fair,
easier.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
From like the writing perspective, but I think it's beautiful how that all came together. I hope that when people see the film, they pick up on that pretty quickly. I think they will, right? Like give it, 5, 7, 10, 10 minutes, however. They're like, oh, wait a minute, the dads, okay, they're involved. Okay, all right, Principal Harris. Okay, oh, got it. All
Yeah.
these black men are really standing up for their community and trying to pour back into the little ones. Like I think that's such a beautiful thing that you did, and I really hope people enjoy that aspect of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the percent is only 2% of black males.
Yep. I mean we had
Yeah.
talked about that in
Hmm.
pre-production. I think that wasn't that another teacher or educator who had brought up that fact? I can't remember.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, Conrad.
Of course.
Good
Of
to see
course.
you.
Good to see you as well. And I'm glad we were able to do this, and I can't wait for people just to see what we have created. I think it's special. I think they're going to enjoy it, and just thank you for bringing me onto this project. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and we're also going to have a screening in Richmond, California, as well in mid-August. So stay
Yes.
tuned, everybody,
Yeah.
for that.
And I'm gonna try to make it out to that one. That's that. I'll make sure to hope we get
Okay.
that done. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, have a
All
good
right.
rest of your day. Take
You
care.
too. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.